Yeah, no
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
So we live and direct.
We live, we live.
We live and
We are
direct.
live.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on.
Smooth with the roughness.
Yes, sir. What's good with it?
Yeah, we did that beat, baby.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
There it is, yo. It's the Balance Network.
The Balance Network, bro. Yo, we ain't even come up with a name yet.
Nah, we didn't. We don't even need one. We better just rock it out. It's Mr. and Calm. You know what I mean? We got a special guest in here with us today. Jay Crush
Yes, sir.
Mr. J Crush.
Yes, sir.
in the building.
Yeah, it's Jay Crush, huh?
Yeah, Montclair's own
Yeah, Jersey.
Jersey in the building. We here and it's not even Sunday.
You know what I'm saying? Yo,
You know what I mean?
it's
Yo,
Friday night,
Yeah,
bro.
it's Friday night and every day is Balance Day. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know it's Mr. and that's Calm. We got Jay Crush in the building, who's a hood. You know what I mean? He's dead, he's like my big bro. You know what I mean? So much respect for this man coming to visit us.
And thanks
You know,
for having me.
Yeah.
no doubt.
We appreciate it, man. We appreciate having you and you coming to share with us.
Exactly.
What you going to share with us?
The
you
feelings
know?
mutual.
I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still believe in it takes a village.
Yes, sir. In everything.
Yeah, not just to raise a child, but just
in
to keep
everything.
us on point too.
Yeah.
Because we can't raise the children if we not on point or if we're not balanced.
If we're not balanced, I like that. I like that. I like
Pun
that.
intended. Pun intended.
But before we go any further, I know Crush was, you know what I mean, a member of the
We can't
Zulu
raise
Nation.
the children if we not on point or if we're not balanced.
Yeah, if we're not balanced. Yeah.
Word. I know that guy.
Yeah.
All right, we good.
Yeah. So before we go no further, we're gonna, you know what I mean. We lost somebody very important in hip hop yesterday, and we're gonna go ahead and acknowledge that we lost the great Africa Bambaataa. And no matter what your feelings about this dude made Planet Rock.
Yo,
You know what I mean? And
It
without
just blew my mind, bro. I didn't even know I didn't even know what he did. Like when he passed today.
yesterday,
I think it was yesterday.
Get the
If
hell
not
outta
yesterday,
here, bro.
if not yesterday, I think it might have been yesterday. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's when I started getting the calls and everything.
Yeah.
You just blew my mind with that, bro. That's crazy.
And this dude made Planet Rock, excuse me. And that's greatness.
Yes,
That is greatness,
just
right.
that
Right.
in itself. Not that's not everything else he's done.
there. Yeah. Planet Rock was like one of the foundations of hip hop. You can't get around that.
Any real hip hop head know that.
Well,
Yeah.
Planet Rock is the song that, definitely certified me as a hip hop practitioner. It was Planet Rock.
See,
And just some more history. It actually came out at the same time as Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, The Message.
the message.
Same time. The
Rest
same-
in
at
peace,
the same
Duke
time.
Booty.
Yo, the first rap I ever wrote was to the Planet Rock.
To Planet Rock. To see
Yeah,
that.
what's the Planet Rock? The first the first I was like 12, 13 years old. The first verse I ever wrote was the Planet Rock.
And Bam, that's kind of young. My mom, God rest her soul, she passed at 69. So it's like Bam was 67. So that's like a couple of years before that. They were young, man,
Yeah.
And I just like to say this because some of my people get it twisted. But yes, I'm a member of the Zulu Nation. Shout out to my Zulu family. I would like to say that I don't condone anything negative done to anybody, whether kids, adults,
no matter who.
whatever. I don't. That's not me. And if you really know me, you know that that's how I am. So I don't condone any negativity done to anybody. But however, my experience with Bam wasn't that. And this goes deeper than me being in the Zulu Nation. Like as a kid, before I even knew what the Zulu Nation was, you know, I was a fan of Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force, and it was just, to me, it's just hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what they did for hip hop and what Bam did for hip hop, that's where I'm at. And at the end of the day, somebody that I knew, that I had a good relationship with, I'm just saying rest in peace. Like, you know what I mean? And see, people fail to, because I'm a man of God as well, and people fail to realize, like, you got to judge the actions, not the person.
Yeah.
And, like, you can't throw stones if you got a glass house. Like, all of us, you know, some of us got enough skeletons to make a whole, enough bones in the closet to make a whole generation of skeletons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's a conversation a lot of people don't want to have.
Yeah.
Or they might have a cousin that might have murdered somebody or whatever, but they still love them.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, so at the end of the day, basically, yo, just get off my back. Because I ain't got time for it.
In a nutshell.
Because one, I have a son, so I can only imagine if some nonsense happened to my son, I would feel some type of way. So any victims, if they, you know, I don't know per se. I don't know anything. I just know what was in the media and everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, to any victims that you know, my heart goes out to you, and, you know, my prayers, and I pray for your healing and everything. But don't put me, like, don't blame me, or don't stone me for what somebody else may have done or has done.
Yeah, I don't know much about any of the intricacies and the backgrounds and none of that. All I know is I was a young teenager, and them songs kind of, you know, changed the way I looked at the world.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that was, man, like that was my golden era. Like, hey, I'm born 1970. That's my golden era. Like, you know what I mean? So I was raised on that. So and just like you said, no offense to anyone that has been done wrong in any way.
Yeah,
I just know that music is part of me. I can't get rid of that.
Yo,
he made it.
No, I mean the Soul Sonic Force is still the Soul Sonic.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And see,
what the Zulu Nation as a whole has done for hip hop.
Yeah,
it's still there. You know what I mean?
You can't, like, that's something you can't take that away. You know what I mean?
You can't take
and
it
see,
away.
not only that, if you even, you know, whatever your faith is, or religion, or what your belief system, whatever it is, you gotta remember, like, God used so many different types of people with different walks of life as vessels.
Yes.
David was a murderer.
Yes.
And he committed adultery.
Yeah.
But he's a man of God's own heart.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I'm not condoning anything, but I'm just saying get off my damn back. No, because I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I ain't been touched, and I ain't touched nobody. So leave me alone. I'm honoring somebody that I knew, and, you know, hey, he made a difference in my life, but on a positive note. So I can't. That's my experience with him, and I'm just saying rest in peace. So carry on.
Yeah.
All right, but on to some more different subjects. You know what I mean? You know, like you got a lot of big things coming up on the you know, on the horizon. So you know, we're gonna talk about some of them things. You
want to go from the beginning? How we doing? What we do? You want to start from the beginning? Want to go back to
first up? Look. First up, see, I'm interested because, like, you know, I just met you, right?
Yeah.
So I'm learning, and I mean, like, I mean, where you from? For the people, you know what I'm saying, like, I learned where you from, but, like, you know what I'm saying.
So we'll just start here. So mom's from Tuskegee, Alabama. My father, I'm rude boy. I'm from Jamaica. You know, came to New Jersey. They met. Then I was born in Orange, and started out in East Orange, and ended up in Montclair. Did a 4-year bid. in Belleville and came back to Montclair. You know what
Oh.
I'm saying? You know, but that's like there it is in a nutshell. You know what I mean? Essex County all day and all night.
Mm.
But I represent the whole Jersey.
Yeah.
I got the whole Jersey in my hand.
Yeah, but you know that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the show, because I know that you be outside. You
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
Yeah.
inside, but yeah, I'm still outside.
Yeah, you be outside. You be amongst the people.
Yeah.
You know, you be amongst the people, and everybody now they might say they do or perpetrate that as they do, but they don't be amongst the people. A lot of people are scared to be amongst the people, but you be
Yeah.
out there. You know what I mean, and you represent the fourth ward no matter where you go. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. The fourth. May the fourth be with you.
Yeah. Yep. So
Wherever you want it, like let's go. You got me. You got me here.
yeah.
We're gonna have a very good time. We're gonna have how Gabby Gator said on Woody Woodpecker, we're gonna have a sizzling good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
you
even
know what I
gonna,
mean? You got-
I'm not even gonna lie, man. When you sent me that link
Uh-huh.
and I checked it out, bro. When I was reading your the article in there,
Mm,
bro, it took me right back. Like the same things that was happening as far as the hip hop and rappers delight and all that, bro. That's my childhood. Like,
yeah.
that's what I respect. Like, I'm just meeting you, but I know I could already tell you a hip hop head.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome, man. And I love that because that's me. It's always been me. It got me. I can't even imagine how my life would have been without it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's you and me both. You know, if I know anything, I know hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know everything though. See, because I'm not only I don't only consider myself a teacher, but I'm definitely a student as well. I mean, because if you're a human being and you think you know everything, then you're a fool.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
nobody knows everything.
Nobody.
Then you might as well tell God to. You might as well give God the pink slip and tell him to go about his business if you know everything.
Yeah, 'cause,
You
you know,
know,
the wisest man knows that he don't know shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And hip hop is a part of me like my arteries.
like,
You heard?
yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And like it's crazy because who would know? Like God really works in mysterious ways. Because initially I wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
yeah. I was into acting first. I was always a fan of What's Happening and Good Times and Soul Train and all that. So I used to emulate Rerun and Shabba-Doo, who played Ozone in the movie Breaking 1 and Breaking 2. And
rest in peace to Shabba-Doo and Fred Rerun Berry.
exactly.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And so, mind you, at the same time, like also, I adored the writings on the wall. So at the same time, I'm emulating the best dancers on the planet. At the time, I was also writing on everything. Once I asked my older brother and my mom what the writings on the wall was, and they said it was graffiti. I just took it and ran with it, and almost got my butt beat by my mom, but she was cool and said, I'm gonna give you a pass this time, but you can't be writing on everything.
Yeah.
Like even on Flashlight by Parliament Funkadelic.
Flashlight.
I don't know if they said writing on the wall. It sounded like he said writing on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I heard that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna write on the wall. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wasn't even 5 years old, and yeah, I was into graffiti and definitely b-boying.
the essence.
You know?
The
Yeah.
essence of
The
it all.
essence of it.
Yeah,
Of it all, from way back.
yeah.
From way back. But how about now, right? That's what I'm interested in knowing. Somebody because you know we grew up with hip hop. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
for me, you know what I mean. Rappers Delight came out when I was like 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
so I grew up with rap. You know what I mean? When rap hit his next stage, like in the Run DMC age and all that, I'm like 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Well,
so,
I was 6, so you would definitely.
yeah, maybe
Alright,
it came out.
like-
Rappers Delight came out what
I was-
what year?
79.
I was
All right, so I was 4.
I was actually I was all right. So you know what's crazy? I moved to Montclair in '78. I was 5, and then I turned 6. That next. All right, so Rappers Delight came out before my 6th birthday, actually.
All right.
No, it came out before my 7th birthday.
Because I was like 9 when it came out.
Yeah, and yeah, so I was 6 when it came out because it came. I'll never forget.
So if it came out in '79, I was 4.
So it came out, and it's crazy because it was. Mom only had an AM radio in the whip. She had the Gray Ghost, the Malibu joint with the 2 doors, and we went to the Eagle Rock Pathmark. And it was funny. My brother, you know, he's a little older. He wanted to stay home and just, you know, listen to music and do what he was doing. So what ended up happening, we're coming home. We're going down, you know, 7 Bends in Eagle Rock. You know, everybody, most Montclairians know about 7 Bends. We
Yeah.
also call it Snake Mountain.
Yeah, you ride down.
You know what I'm
down
saying?
that bitch on the bike with on a bike with no brakes.
And I got a story with me, Hussein, Fatal, Sal, all of us coming down Snake Mountain, but that we'll talk about later. But yeah, we driving, we on our way home, and Rappers Delight comes on. I'm like, I didn't know what it was, but whatever it was dope.
Oh.
And I'm like, I can't wait till I get home to tell my brother. And who knew that my brother couldn't wait till I got home to tell me about it, because we actually was listening to it at the same time, just didn't know it.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to my brother Derek. Know what I mean?
Shout out.
I think when everybody heard Rappers Delight for the first time, it like changed something in the way you feel about music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It just changed what you consider music, because
Yeah.
like when I remember it struck me so it was so strong that became to me the basis of music. Like
Yep.
I had to get around the fact that other music was music. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like to me, rap music was music.
Yeah, it was
You know,
everything.
because I when I was learning what music was, I heard rap, hip hop.
Yeah.
I loved it. You know, so that became music to me. For years of my life, I didn't want to hear anything but that.
And then, you know, you got to remember too, a year prior, Chic's Good Times, we was jamming to that.
Yeah.
So they use
Disco.
Chic Good Times for Rappers Delight.
Yeah.
So it's like this new wave that just came out, and it was also the first rap record to hit the airwaves. Shout out to Sylvia Robinson and Sugar Hill Records. But it's crazy. Like there's a debate about the Fatback Band and King Tim III. You know, so like they try to say their joint was the first rap record, but I would say no, because it was a Fatback Band record. You know what I'm
First
saying?
rap
With a
record.
rapper on it.
All right. So it's like a feature.
Yeah. So you have to give it to Sugar Hill Gang.
The first rap record everybody knows is Sugar Hill Gang.
But as far as how Grandmaster Caz plays a part in that I found out about that later on in life. But you know, I mean,
About then you know it's deep with it, because then you hear about the stolen verse and all that. You know, so that just
Well-
just going into that whole Rappers Delight is a whole nother pod in itself.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, they
with the,
said Big Hank stole that verse.
yeah, with the changing members and
But he didn't really steal it. Like Kaz actually gave him some rhymes, but it's just like
he just never paid homage.
it's
to
just
Yeah.
it's just you know, from what from just paying attention or what I've seen on like YouTube or whatever, or on documentaries and stuff, it was just one of those things where, I guess like Kaz just thought, well, you manage us and you asked for some rhymes, I gave you some rhymes, you know, so when you get your foot in the door, you come back and get us. And I guess that's how all of that started. I guess it didn't happen the way, you know, Kaz maybe thought that it was supposed to happen, and then you have the friction or whatever it was. But one thing I love is that when Big Hank passed away, shout out to Big Bang Hank, at our Zulu anniversary, we had the Sugar Hill Gang perform, and Kaz actually went up there and he jammed with them, and he did Hank's part that night. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. Like tears came to my eyes because I was just loving to see the unity. And
it was like a 360 moment.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, at the end of the day, man, it's bigger than us. I mean, sometimes you understand we're humans. God's the only perfect being. Humans mess up, you know what I'm saying? But the fact they were able to put that to the side and then let bygones be bygones, it was just lovely to see. And see, again, it's like from what I learned, I could be wrong, but when somebody passes away, the beef's over. You know what I mean? And if you think about it, you can't continue to beef because they ain't here no more anyway. So it's like it doesn't even make sense to keep going on about it.
I won't say the beef is over, but it just makes no sense to expound upon.
But if they're not here,
like I understand that just because a person passes, that doesn't stop whatever upsets you about the person.
Yeah,
but
true.
It makes no sense to expound upon the beef. Like keep on riding this person, or even talking about it.
Yeah.
When this person's gone, you know what I mean. You can feel how you want to feel,
well,
but there's no sense in slandering the person or keep trying to win the beef when it's over. You know what I mean. The person's gone.
And then you also gotta remember, you know what I'm saying. If you can't forgive, you can't be forgiven.
Yeah.
And it's like you hold it on the because I can hold a grudge for a very long time, but I heard this guy on YouTube one day, and he was like, look, man, when you hold it on to grudges and holding on to like beef and different things, it's like you drinking poison expecting the other person to die.
Yeah.
And I was like, after I heard that changed my life. I'm like, yeah, like why am I, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the reason I got diabetes and all this other stuff, man, because the stress, like holding on to stuff and not, and then you seeing these people going on with their life and still living their best life, and you mad at them, and then it's crazy.
About you.
And then also even, as far as relationships and stuff like that, it's like I always seem to pick the chick that's mad at somebody else, but they take it out on me.
Oh.
And I'm like, yo, I didn't do nothing to you. You need to go back and get them, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I'm glad I found my person so young before they got a chance to get all poisoned.
Yeah, you lucky because if like I was just telling somebody the other day, I'm like, damn, if you wasn't already on and off with somebody from before or in a relationship or married before, like now, you can forget it.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to be married, but it's like I don't know, like we living in a social media YouTube world and everything. Yeah.
Yo, I look at social media every time I'm on there. I'll be like, damn, I'm glad I'm married. Yo, because I don't know if I could. I don't even understand what's going on now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like
you don't know what's real.
Yeah, with like women's expectations of men, men's expectations of women. We got BBLs and we got filters and we got dudes going online simping. And, yo, the world is upside down.
And AI.
I'll say it again.
My definition of AI is always ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So on that same wave, how you feel about like a producer like Timberland? He uses AI a lot.
Yeah.
You know, or how about this one? How do you feel? All right, we'll start here. How do you feel about like Beans writing his raps, but using AI to say his raps because his voice, you know what I mean? He's got issues with his voice and all that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can co-sign that in DOC because I mean, unfortunately, it was a natural disaster, and he messed his voice up. But you got to give it to him. If he's writing the rhymes, either way you slice it, is his rhymes.
All right.
And you know, again, because I'm not gonna lie, I miss Beanie. He's one of my favorites as well as DOC. So it's like if we have a chance, if AI can help us get Beanie again and DOC, then I'm with that. But if you just not being creative because of AI, I don't
So
condone that.
How about
that's different.
How about
That's different,
AI giving us Pac and Biggie again?
I mean,
Like did you hear the J. Cole record?
I did it. I didn't like that. No,
Yeah.
I didn't like that because first of all, like Biggie and Tupac's their original music is gonna live forever anyway. So you don't even need to do that AI stuff with them. But but you know, I wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean? Because also you gotta look, like Beanie and DOC is still here. They're still with us. So it's different. So I just feel let Pac and Biggie rest in peace and we'll just enjoy like the gems that they gave us and the bangers that they gave us when they was here. But you know what I'm saying? It's different with Beanie and DOC. Their voice got messed up. So
but we're still getting them because it's them that's right.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
It's still they rap.
Yeah.
It's just
They just can't say them.
It's just a previous voice. It's still their voice basically.
Yeah.
Just a previous version of it. Yeah, I do not agree with. Well, and I guess J. Cole must have written the Biggie and Pac's verse on that song.
But even still, like, but that's still not Biggie and Pac.
Yeah,
It's J. Cole.
So it's just so you feel you got a problem with. So how about if he had said like the same song in his own voice?
Probably been better because it could have been like a tribute type of thing.
Yeah.
Or for instance, like when 50 Cent did the joint with Biggie. 50 was still 50, and he just had a verse from Biggie.
Or like M did the joint with that wrong joint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so that was dope. You know, but
I don't feel like you should make new raps of these people with AI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't feel like that should be done. I think something's wrong with that. So how about this now on another level? How about a completely AI artist that they just made up? The person's completely AI. The AI writes the raps. They say raps.
Hell no.
Because there is an AI artist out there right now.
I know,
right?
there's plenty of them.
Yeah.
It's even an AI chick.
There's some huge.
It's even an AI chick on YouTube and IG that be dropping jewels for the men. Pretty, you know, chocolate with light brown eyes, but it's AI. So it's like yeah, whatever. I don't condone that or like no AI artists. I mean, now you're reaching, and then it's like it's not hip hop, man. It's like now it's some George Jetson shit. Oh, excuse my French. I don't know if I.
No, you good. You good.
Oh, all right. But yeah, it's some George Jetson shit, man. I don't know. I that's to me that's reaching. You know what I mean? Like, and see, we got to be careful with this computer stuff because it's gonna make us lazy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I use AI a little bit when I'm putting together my shirts and stuff like that. I use it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like certain things that because I don't know how to do graphic design, so AI can help me with certain things. But for the most part, I still do my own graffiti, and you know, sometimes I might do something and just ask AI to tweak what I did or whatever. I do that, but nah, I don't. You gotta stay creative, man. Don't get lazy and don't. You know what I mean? I saw something on YouTube. They were saying that, like, basically, if you got writer's block or whatever, like some type of instant lyric type of something, I'm like, all right, nah. And that's the thing. The day anybody got to write anything for me is the day I'm not gonna be doing music no more.
Yeah, that
You know what I mean?
leads to a whole nother topic. Is a person a MC if somebody else writes they rhyme?
Yes.
They're still
And I'm
an
gonna
MC?
tell you, but there's only certain people. Like certain people get a pass. And because I used to say that, I'm like, well, no, if somebody writing your stuff, then you ain't really. But some people get a pass. Like Roxanne Shante and Biz Markie, two of the dopest MCs
Salt
of
and pepper.
all time.
Salt and pepper.
Well, no, I can't. I mean,
They was performers.
yeah, but see with
entertainers.
Shante. Oh, go ahead.
I say entertainers.
So I was just saying with Shante and Biz, like they just naturally are dope, and you could put them like if they was here right now, you could just tell them to go, and they gonna go, and they can literally go for the next few days until we tell them to stop. But it's just some people, they didn't really know how to put things in song form. So with
Yeah.
Shante and Biz, they might get Kane or G-Rap or IU or something, and just be like, okay, well this is what they said. So take what they said and
Well,
just put it in
how
song
about,
form.
How about artists that we know can make songs, but still use somebody else to make their songs, like LL
Yeah, like I said, I don't.
and Snoop.
Like I said, it's as far as that, me personally, like I said, if it comes to the day where somebody got to write something for me, I'm not rapping no more. You know,
I mean,
and it's nothing personal,
I
but
agree with you 100%.
it's
You
nothing
know what I
personal
mean?
because like I have and Wayne, I give it to Wayne. Wayne is, I put him in like Shantae and Biz Markie category. Like they can just rhyme. Like they off the hit. Like they
Yeah,
just
freestyle all
beast.
day.
They just can't make
They
songs.
just beast.
Like Cannabis.
But they're not. Well, Cannabis, no, he got rhymes for days and he write all his stuff. But
I don't think he make great songs. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
I love
mean-
to hear Cannabis freestyle.
I think Cannabis makes great songs. It's just like a lot of people say he needs the right production, and I
Maybe that's
just think he's not living up to industry
Yeah,
standards.
'cause
So
as far as rhyming go, I think he's one of the best
Definitely.
rhymers I've ever heard in my life. You know
most
what I mean?
definitely.
Definitely
But
have bars.
whenever I've listened to a Cannabis album, it's not like I don't never get to the end of a Cannabis album and be like, "Woo, run that back."
Now I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
honestly say this, like I was saying with Lil Wayne. I mean, it's a debate always like about Wayne being the best, but I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to say somebody's the best if you didn't write all your stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that.
But I'm just going to use this opportunity to once again proclaim that Reggie Noble is the best. I'm just going to take a second to
Shout out to Big Bro,
to say that because I could listen to Mr. Noble all day long. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Big
So
Bro,
that's,
yeah.
you know,
Like,
this is a very subjective thing, but yeah,
And
Red Man, yo, yeah.
and I got to meet Red actually before EPMD when he was DJing for Do It All from the Lords of the Underground, and the Lords of the Underground wasn't even a crew yet.
Wow.
And Red was dude's DJ, you know. So I met him then because like at the time, like my little sis, Shalon, she's like a little sis because we grew up together. You know what I mean? Shout out to little sis Shalon. You know they was an item, and she introduced me to Red. You know what I'm saying? And Red ended up getting down with EPMD. He was DJing for K Solo for a second, and he just blew up. You know what I mean? And shout out to Red, shout out to Big Bro, Funk Doc. He brought Eric Sermon to the school one day too.
Yeah.
Yeah, up Montclair High. When I was in Montclair High, he brought A to the school.
I think when I first moved to Montclair, KRS-One was at Montclair High. Yeah.
He came. Well, I remember he came when I was there. This was I was a junior and he came. He came up.
It was like early 90s, right? Late 80s, early 90s when he came.
It was
right?
90.
90, yeah.
was
Yeah, I
90.
remember that.
Yeah,
And that's the one time I wished I went to Montclair High.
yeah.
right
He was
there.
up there. I got to talk to him. It's funny. Chris got that voice, like he talked like how he rap.
Yo, it used to be.
You know what I'm saying?
It used to be a big debate in 4140 over Chris or Cool G Rap. I
Yeah.
remember that, yo. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so I gotta touch on now. So now that you brought that up, I gotta touch on that, and I gotta go to the origin. You know, well, we were actually I started the DBL clan. You know what I mean? Me and my man Solomon from Corona, Queens. You know, he had moved to the Claire. We started rapping together. You know, shout out to Ja, Matty Matt, Johnny, Terrence. Those is our DJs. You know what I mean? But I had started a movement. We were the DBL clan, and we actually was down with Cool V from the Juice Crew at the time. But like, it was crazy because half of us, like, we loved them all. Like, don't get it twisted. We both loved the Juice Crew and BDP, but it's just some of us favored the Juice Crew and some favored BDP.
All right.
And then it just narrowed down to, all right. So after the Juice Crew thing, it was like, all right. So who's better, G-Rap or KRS-One, that type of thing. Like, even when I first made my record, you know, in '93, Snafu and I'm Vexed, when we did the the bio and everything, I pretty much said that my style is pretty much like a Kool G Rap and a KRS. Like, it was like kind of them blending in together. But I'm talking Kool G Rap before he was extra mafioso. Because the G stands for genius, and that's what made me fall in love with Kool G Rap. Like, songs like Into the Dragon and I Declare War and Butcher Shop, It's a Demo, Poison, like that type of thing.
Classics.
Yeah, I remember. I when I first heard "Road to the Riches," I think I was in like eighth grade or something when I heard that, and
that
when I
changed a lot for me.
When I was 5 years old, I realized there was I heard that,
and I will win lots of
and that just certain songs you hear and they just change your life. Like remember Eric B and Rakim, Mahogany. Remember that beat? Boom. Boom,
yeah, that's
boom,
classic.
boom, boom.
But you want to know something, I don't want nobody to get mad at me or nothing. I mean, because don't get me wrong, I love that. It was a dope song. Don't get me wrong, but like I wasn't like how everybody was sweating that particular song. Like, I was like, I mean, I was more let the rhythm hit him. Was it Let the Rhythm Hit Him?
I ain't no joke.
Nah, I'm trying to think of like songs on that particular album. Like, definitely Let the Rhythm Hit Him. It was like that was more my steez.
Was Sweat the Technique there?
No, that was on it. That was the album after that.
After that.
Yeah.
I was stuck on Paid in Full. That was my shit, bro. Like,
but
Eric B for President, and I ain't no joke.
But they had on that particular album that had Mahogany on it, they had some other joints that was just more up my alley.
I think Mahogany was that beat. I think
it was the beat, but
because
then
Mahogany
it's just
was hard.
It was hard. No, don't get me wrong. It was dope, but I was like, just the way everybody was on that song. I'm like, but what about Let the Rhythm Hit Him and
but then you have to understand that as an artist, you hear it different than
a regular
a common man like me hears it. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even hear it the same. So you listening for more than what I'm listening for. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, like at the time, the young lady that I was dealing with at that time. Now, when I'm with her, then Mahogany. But then it's like, you know what I mean? We on the block sipping on 40s. I don't want cats talking about some
I get that.
My agony. I'm like, man, get out of here with that bullshit, man.
Yeah, it was kinda,
let the rhythm hit him. That's what
it was kind of like. It was kind of like that Lil Wayne joint.
Because a lot of the homies was really like on that, and I'm like, it's a time and a place, man.
Yeah, for everything. Time and a place.
I get that. Like you don't want to be sitting around your homies making the song cry.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah,
Exactly.
I feel that.
That's the
I,
wrong.
I mean,
that's the
we
wrong
fans
move.
of good music, but it's just I'm like again, if we on the corner sipping on 40s, I don't want to hit mahogany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
You
that.
know
I
what I
feel
mean?
that is definitely time for sweat the technique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or microphone fiend.
Microphone fiend.
Microphone fiend.
know?
That was my shit.
Follow the
Yeah.
leader.
Yeah.
Follow the leader, Rock Chemistry.
Yeah. Rock is nice, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Rock is nice.
Yeah.
So now that to me that was from like 89 up to like 96, 97. And I'm not gonna say wasn't great hip hop released after
Yeah.
that. But to me, that's like my golden era. Yo.
Golden
You
era
had,
type shit.
yeah, you had everything from Public Enemy to Run DMC to Brand Nubians to,
And that's-
to,
that-
to
that-
DMX and
That's mine too,
Jay-Z
man.
and
But it got
Yeah,
stretched a little
yeah.
bit farther, cause
maybe up to 2000.
yeah, cause
you know what I
Tribe,
mean?
bro, Tribe in them '90s, boy.
Yeah, definitely. Like to me, I would say 95 was the cutoff, but 96 and 97 still had some dope stuff. But you know, I hate to say it, but once like the shiny suit ever came, it was like, all right, it's pretty much a wrap. And you know, then that.
But DMX pulled us back in from that.
But
shit.
but he
Sandy Shoe shit a
no
little
X, but that's why I said there was still dope stuff out there. Like
Yeah,
X was still holding it down. Like for the stuff that we came up on X, certain
Yes.
people X in the locks, and like it was certain people that were still fighting for us and holding it down.
yeah.
But it was just the way that the industry went that messed it up. And big up to all the family down south. Like don't take this the wrong way, but I just feel, you know, it just when us up here jumped on you all's bandwagon, that's what messed it up for up here, because it's like the way hip hop is supposed to be wired is that we all supposed to be able to represent hip hop in our own way.
Yeah.
Because hip hop is a culture, and we all have our separate cultures and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're influenced by Kool G Rap, okay, all right,
Yeah.
fine. But my thing is like, if you're from New York and you trying to sound like, yeah, like it's like stay in your lane.
Yeah.
I mean, don't do.
It became like whole Meganized and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I think it's that's got a lot to do with like the internet. Because
Yeah.
I remember that there was a time when, because you know, like I lived in North Jersey, but a lot of my family lived down here.
Yeah.
So when you like drove down here, they dressed different. You know what I mean? They talk different and all that. But now being from the internet is, you know, like you're not supposed to go to Atlanta and see dudes wearing Timbs. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be up north thing, and they supposed to do their own thing. But the internet kind of made it so everybody started doing the same thing.
Yeah, it blurred the lines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also radio. I blame radio for that too. And see, here's the thing. I'm not saying, because at the end of the day, we're all black and we feed off each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is like if I'm okay, or just say, all right, I'm from up this way. If I bought a certain flavor down south and whatever, say it was a certain outfit I had on or whatever, and they started rocking it down there, that's cool. But it's like, it's about knowing who you are and being proud of who you are and
being
representing
true.
who you are,
Yeah.
And true to it.
regardless.
True to
Like,
yourself.
okay, we don't really rock that down here, but I like your outfit. I'm gonna get me one,
Yeah.
but I'm still who I am. So
Yeah.
it's like, for instance, I'm gonna give you an example. Somebody I love dearly, you know what I mean, and I tease her every chance I get, but she wanted to do this song at one time, and she said it's gonna be a Jersey anthem. I'm like, okay. I wrote a banger. Even her producer / engineer was like, she was like, nah, like I don't. And he like, what are you talking about? He killed it. Nah, I'm looking for some. And finally, it came out that it was supposed to be a Jersey anthem, but everybody's supposed to sound like they from down south. But how is it a Jersey anthem?
Yeah, how's that a
Yeah.
Jersey?
So
anthem?
I just was like, you know what? God bless you. I was like, good luck on that one. And it really didn't, I mean, it never went anywhere, but it's like, yeah, because it can't be a Jersey anthem if we got to rap like we from down south. Then it's a down south anthem.
Yeah,
And we're not from down south, so how does that even make sense? And she had some bangers on there. Red was on there. Tretch was on there. Hakeem Green, like from Channel Live, like with some people. But it was like, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but I just didn't see it really working because it can't be a Jersey anthem if we got to rap like we from Tennessee.
Somewhere else. Yeah, you gotta sound like
You know what I'm saying?
gotta
There's
sound
no
like
way.
you from Jersey.
Yeah,
And
you
me,
like
I could have like wrote something like that, but that's not my thing. And I'm not gonna front. That's why I love Griselda.
Yeah.
Because they stuck to their guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did it their way.
Shout out to Griselda, the whole crew.
Yeah,
you know
shout
what I
out.
mean?
Shout out.
Yeah, they still making hip hop, and I know that every hip hop, you know what I mean? Because I came up on like I like hip hop like MOP and you know what I mean?
Yeah, MOP. Yeah.
I like Mobb Deep,
Yeah.
on the Noriega. You know what I mean? I like edge to my hip hop. You know what I mean?
So you just named two of my favorite groups, MOP and Mobb Deep. Even while everybody was trying to or make an attempt to sound like down south, they didn't. They stuck to their guns too.
Yeah.
And even shout out Outkast, one of the dopest groups in hip hop history. Also, dope lyricists and dope MCs.
Yeah.
But they still, you can still tell that they from Atlanta.
Yeah, they stuck to their core.
As dope as they are, Andre 3000 is one of the best rappers, hands down, of all time. But they still kept their, he's the one that said the South got something to say.
Yeah.
We admire, because they were the down south Tribe Called Quest. And they were inspired by Tribe Called Quest. But we still from the ATL. We ATLians.
Yeah.
We're not trying to transform into anybody from Northeast.
And they stood 10 toes down. Because when I first heard Me and You,
Yeah.
Oh, that was shit.
when I first heard it, I did not know what to think of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I was stuck when I
You
first
know what
heard
I mean?
that
But then
shit.
as you listen to it, you're like, yo, this is hot. Or all the players came
Yeah.
from
Classic.
wide.
Classic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that, man. So
Even the song they did about New Jersey.
which one was that?
It was on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack.
Yeah.
That was that was
shit, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And see,
Forgot all about that. Damn.
we gotta, you know what I'm saying, on our radio show, we gotta like play that, because there's so many dope songs that we just don't be hearing.
Yeah.
Because the radio only plays certain songs, but there's so many dope songs that's out there. Like, even speaking of Reggie, he got a song on the New Jersey Drive soundtrack that's phenomenal. That's probably one of my favorite Red songs, if not my favorite Red songs.
I gotta check that soundtrack out. It's been a minute.
Now let me ask you guys something. What's your favorite Red album?
My favorite Red
I know
album
mine
is Muddy Waters.
That's me. Same thing here.
Yeah.
Same thing. Muddy Waters.
Muddy
Yeah.
Waters. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, because mine is There's a Dark Side.
Yeah,
Oh,
There's the
classic.
Dark Side was
Yeah,
hot too,
that's
yo.
classic,
Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
Rockefeller on that, Green Island, all that. Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was hot
classic.
too. But and There's a Dark Side with the second album, and Muddy Waters was the third album. And what's crazy about that is all through that time is my favorite Red album was the album that was out. Feel me? So I just stopped, kept so I liked What the album when it came. You know what I'm saying? Then when There's a Dark Side came out, that was my favorite album. Then when Muddy Waters came out, that was my favorite album. And then when Doc's the Name came, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it just kept getting Red just kept getting progressively better and better to me anyway. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm biased.
Well, see, it's weird because at one time it was like we would just automatically say, okay, the first album is the best. But the first album, a lot of times, that's just the intro. And it's like your whole life before that first album, you put all that into that first album.
That's what they say. It took your whole life up to that first album to write it.
But now that you got your feet wet, now you want to go harder. So there's some cases where the first album was the best. Like I personally don't think Nas made anything better than Illmatic.
I don't even.
Me either. Yeah, we definitely
You know what
agree
I'm
on
saying? And sometimes that happens, but to me, like Biz Marquis' second album was better. To me, Follow the Leader was better than Paid in Full.
that.
And it happens sometimes.
I think Reasonable Doubt was Jay-Z's best.
Me
best
too.
album.
No, me too.
Yeah.
And see, like what I was about to say about Red's joint now, I think I like There Is a Dark Side the best because at the time, Jersey had the torch. You know, Tretch and them was blowing up. Latifah was blowing up.
Apache.
Like Apache, King Son, like
Nikki D.
Poor Roger Teachers, like all, like the Artifact, like Jersey, we had the torch, the Fugees, like we had the torch around then. So 1993 came out, then There's a Dark Side came out. Like how Raekwon had the purple tape, Red had the red tape.
Red tape, yep.
And it was such a Jersey album. It's almost like when There's a Dark Side came out, you had to be from Essex County, man. Like it was so Jersey, like you just felt it. Like wherever you was, like you just like if you listen to Red album, it made you feel like you was there.
You know,
like,
you know what was,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what was crazy about that album? That album came out. I was like in Europe, in the Marines or something. You know what I mean? But just listening to that album made me so homesick. You know
That's what
I
I'm
mean?
saying, and
Just
not to
hearing that
mention,
album.
Red actually did a lot of the production,
Yeah.
if not like most of it. You know what I mean? And now I've heard Red say that that's his least favorite, and he said he was in a dark place at that time. I understand that. I understand why. I understand where he's coming from, because sadly, when you're in a dark place, you make the best music sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I remember Mary J. Blige was saying like, man, like I decided to become happy, but my fans like, like yo, we need Mary hurt. But then I'm like, yo, that's not fair though.
Yeah.
It's like you should celebrate growth, because we shouldn't stay in the dark.
Yeah.
That's why you have dark and you have light. It's not meant for us to be in dark all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being the dark, excuse me.
Yeah, I was definitely one of them people who said I like Mary darker.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean,
Because you resonate with it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody going through things out here.
I love Mary regardless, so it's like I love them both. Because again, we got light and dark, so it's like, okay, if I heard Reminisce, and then I heard, and after I heard Reminisce, now I heard Happy, and now you just made my day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it is, man. I'm like, you know, hey, you gotta let people grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, hey, Red decided to cut his hair and you know what I mean, and take the tissue out of his nose, and hey, but he still made great music. At the end of the day, I'm satisfied with every project that Red put out. It's just There Is a Dark Side is my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody has their favorite.
You know, like with Tretch and them, you know, their first Naughty album is, to me, their best album.
Yeah, same here.
But then again, 1993, well, both of them, it was just special. You had to be from Jersey.
I just think that first album showed more of Tretch's like by that second album, you can kind of like hear the money in the songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas that first album, it was like
it was the hunger, because it was
shout out.
it
to
was
Tretch,
it was the transition from new style to Naughty by Nature, and so it was like you kind of got a taste of both in the first Naughty album to me.
And you had,
You
and
know
at
what I
that
mean?
point, you had never heard anything that sounded like that. They had this sound was different.
There was like,
The
and see
production was
Naughty.
different.
Shout out Naughty, man. You
Shout
know,
out,
it's like,
shout
because
out.
and it's crazy because I knew Vinny since I was a kid. Vinny's the reason that I know that there's an actual business side in the game because of Vinny. But what I was about to say is that it's just, I mean, Naughty by Nature, like when again the transition from New Style to Naughty by Nature was just. It was just like you had to again you had to be from Jersey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, to me, because it was like knowing where they came from, like going from like Club 88, like doing like dominating the talent shows and stuff like that, and then to their first album. And not only that, Naughty by Nature, we gotta big them up forever because they made it okay to be from Jersey. It's because they're the ones that put Jersey on the map. They're the ones that got nailed to the cross for us. I remember Trey saying, "Yeah, we did some of the Apollos," and we was like, "Yeah, we from East Orange, boo." But it was Naughty that made it dope to be from New Jersey. And at that time, for a period of time, they had the game on lock.
Yeah, they did.
Look at how many songs
people all the way through Poverty's Paradise, I think.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Even how Cass was dressing and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and you can actually tell, like you could tell Treach's pen, like Easy E's joint and all that.
Yeah, the youngsters.
KG slid him a dope beat. And then you can tell that was Treach's pen, but that's one of my favorite Eazy songs. Only if you want it. Yes, I really want it.
Oh yeah, you can hear Treach's pen so many. Queen Latifah.
Oh yeah.
The youngsters.
the
You know
youngsters.
What I mean? Yeah, you can hear
Crisscross.
Yeah, you heard Treach's pen.
D Nice.
A lot of places. Yeah.
Yo, Latifah, man, people don't give Latifah they give her flowers, but bro, Latifah back in the day, bro, that when that Wrath of My Madness dropped,
Give it to him, Queen. You got it.
Yeah.
that was my
And
shit, bro.
Latifah, I owe you a hug. No, serious. Because what's crazy is they had a Black History contest at Montclair Public Library, and I had won the contest. And like, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Big Bro Paul Morgan. Like, he had brought her there, but at first I didn't think she was gonna come. I was like, Queen Latifah ain't coming to the Montclair Public Library. She ain't gonna be. But when she showed up, I was like, oh snap. So what happened was the winner, we were supposed to like hang out and all of that. But that didn't happen. But she was there. She showed up, and they were playing her first album the whole night, and they were like, I ain't gonna lie, that's the first time I froze. Like, cause they're like, hug her, like, give her a hug, give her. And I'm just like, I just couldn't believe that Queen Latifah I'm standing in front of Queen Latifah. Like, I'm like, first I didn't think she was coming, but she came, and I literally froze. Like Han Solo on Empire Strikes Back. I froze, yo. You know what I'm saying? And Fatal and them was like, yo, hug her. Like, hug her. I owe you a hug, La. Like, real talk.
Yo,
I owe you a hug.
Before we because we about to run out of time.
True that.
Is anything you want to put out there, Crush, before because we got like a couple minutes left.
True. Well, I'm gonna just say, pick up that Perfect Timing EP on all streams, YGS Music, and we got another banger coming out on June 8th. We got a surprise guest. I know y'all gonna love it. We got the outstanding single out right now, and I'm gonna have to come back because there's so much to talk about. So much.
You know what I mean? Special guest. Thanks for joining us, man.
Definitely.
And I have to shout out my DJ C. Scott.
Shout out C. Scott.
because I mean it's so funny. I have this thing I say, Scott LaRock had saved KRS-One's life. Well, DJ C. Scott saved my life.
What's up? Shout out
That's
to C.
Big
Scott,
Bro
you
though.
know what I
Also,
mean? Yeah,
you know.
shout out. Shout out, yo. And I just want to,
So-
I just want to shout out Montclair, the Fourth Ward.
Yes, sir. 4140.
Illest bosses, you know what I mean? We just
Illis.
PST, you know, we just
FBM.
thankful to have been a part of that. You know what I mean? And shout out to the Crush.
No
Thanks
doubt.
for coming through.
Shout out to the balance.
Shout out,
Shout out to Mr. and the Calm. Yeah,
Shout
heard?
out.
Yeah, we doing it.
Jersey, the whole state. Because I said so.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Chop,
sir.
Chop, Jersey, Tate,
Shout
Fidel.
out
Shout them out.
the whole Balance Network.
That's right. We in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a good one, fellas.
Yes, it
Good luck.
was. Yeah, it worked. That worked. Yeah, that was nice.
Yes,
Word. Word. You know what's crazy? At first, I was like, I know they ain't smoked that.